Well, hello. My name is Lucy Beatrix, and today I'm going to be eating ice cream, talking about life and love and all kinds of stuff. I'm kind of an open book, and I like shooting the shit, as they say. So this is not a sponsored video. I just happen to really like this vegan ice cream. I eat it all the time. In fact, I ate 4 pints of this stuff when I did the Speed Project, which was a relay run from Los Angeles to Las Vegas. So over the course of 40 hours, I put back 4 pints of this ice cream. So someday, maybe they will sponsor me, but until that day, I'm just gonna keep paying for it with my own money and eating copious amounts of it. But I love it. This is the cake batter flavor, which I like a lot. I also like the pistachio and the salted caramel flavor. So lately my life has been pretty crazy. So since I'm this athlete based here in New York City, I've been running a lot of races, particularly ranging from like the 5K to the 10K. And last night actually, or the day before yesterday, I did a race, and it was one of these like underground, unsanctioned street races that happened at 2 in the morning, put on by Orchard Street Runners. It was really fun. I won, and I don't know, like, that's a side note, because for me, these races aren't really about like winning or where I place. It's more just about getting it done and having a lot of fun doing it, because they're not like normal races where you go and you start and you finish at like a very specific loop or course or on the track. It's the kind of race where they give you these checkpoints, and so they say ready, set, go, and then you have to hit a certain number of checkpoints before you get to the finish line. And yeah, they're kind of nuts. They're kind of crazy. They're completely out of this world, like unlike anything you've ever really seen in it. It could only, I feel like New York City, it makes sense that we have these kind of like underground crazy races. And yeah, so my life has been pretty crazy lately because I've been doing lots of races with those underground ones, and then also like track events and road races. And yeah, I don't know, I've been having a lot of fun with it. But that said, with these high highs, there's also been some of these low lows of like just feeling kind of like I'm spinning my wheels a lot. I know I'm going in the right direction with my life, because you know, I got sober about 795 days ago, and I obviously keep track, but I got sober almost 800 days ago, and I've had so many positive things happen since I made that decision, with like running and all the crazy races and just my life going up and up and up and up. But in finding myself and going to this next level with my identity and who I am and what I want to represent, I feel kind of lonely. I think there's something to be said about how like when you're going after really big dreams, it can be really lonely, and like it can be really isolating because it's hard to explain myself sometimes. I don't know. Dating is impossible because anytime I try to open myself up and like be with someone, it's just too hard to give myself up. My expectations are really high of what I need from like a partner. There's just been a lot of mismatches of finding the right person who can get on this ride, because I'm going a million miles an hour and I have all these things that I need to do, like I have to do, but having somebody like jump onto that and like be along for the ride. Mainly finding someone who wants to go to my races with me, hold my stuff and give me food before and after, and just like, I don't know. It's definitely very challenging. So, until I find that person, I'm just gonna keep doing my thing, which happens to be, I don't know, it's like there's a lot going on. So it's not like I never get bored. I just, sometimes I wish I could share some of the things that I'm going through with somebody else. But a lot of people, the thing I run into as well is like, these people that I maybe want to be with, they have like too much going on in their own lives, like that I can't keep up with. Cause like then maybe on a night like tonight, it's Friday night, I'm tired, I had a shoot today, I'm like totally exhausted from the week, I've been training a lot, running these races. The last thing I want to do on a Friday night is go out. But that said, I meet these guys and then like that's what they want to do is like go out on a Friday. And I'm like, ugh, no, I can't. But yeah. I'm just gonna check to see if there's anything happening on Gram. I get so many DMs that are like hearts and stuff of like, I mean, it sounds like kind of strange, but like people who like act like they like me and stuff. But I feel so often like they don't know me, like they don't really know what I'm about. So it's hard to open myself up. It's hard to open myself up and like invite people into my world because I feel like they have this idea of what they want. If like someone seems interested, they're like, oh, you know, model or something. But then when they really meet me, they're like, oh, she's not really, like, I'm not modelly at all. And I don't know how to explain it other than I just think that people don't actually know. I don't know. I feel like my life is a lot of getting obsessed with Instagram and seeing like what's going on in the world, and like it brings me down for sure. I never really realized how detrimental social media was until like the pandemic, where I started to see it really cut into my life in a negative way. Badly. Where if I would see somebody update something, they were out and about or making something cool or something, and instead of just being like, wow, I'm so happy for them doing cool stuff, creating, I just felt like, well, what's wrong with me and why am I not creating more? And that's not a good place to be in. And I've been told by friends of mine that they look at my Instagram and they think that I'm doing all these crazy cool things, and they feel that way about me. They're like, oh, you're always doing stuff, you're always creating stuff, you're always running races. Meanwhile, I feel so lazy compared to the other people I see. I get serious FOMO, like fear of missing out of like anything that I'm not part of, especially if it's running related. That said, when the pandemic lifted and like all these races were coming back, I basically just signed up for everything. I was like, I just want to do all the events, all of the races. And I kind of did, but it's easy to burn out, and I can tell. Like I can tell when certain things started to cut into me, and I'm like, I'm a little bit like spent. But at the same time, I have a hard time saying no to stuff. But yeah. When I met this guy a few months ago, he was like, your life is so crazy. You're always going. Well, when does it like slow down? Or when is like your off season or something? And I was like, what? It's never gonna slow down. That's just how I am. And even if I wasn't racing as much, I'd be coming up with something else to be doing. Like I'd be going full steam towards whatever else I was pursuing. So it's kind of a sign to me if someone like can't be on the ride, you know? Yeah, I've been finding that there are people who are similar to me with like the go-getter mentality, who can just go crazy and goes like balls to the wall speed at whatever they're doing. But then there are people who like that intimidates, and they are maybe threatened by that kind of personality. Like I know, like for me, when I just say like I just like to do all these really big things, and I really, like when I'm out there running every race and like going kind of big a lot, I think some people get like intimidated by it and they don't want to be around it, because maybe, I don't know, I just know that I'm a lot, and I know I'm a lot to deal with, and like whenever I feel kind of excluded or not really part of the cool kids or part of like the crew or certain like cliques of people I'm around, I think, oh, maybe they just think that I have so much going on that they don't think to include me or invite me on stuff, because they're like, oh, she's already so busy. I hope that's the case. But yeah. Anyway, out of all the flavors of this ice cream, this one is really like potent. It's very strong. The cake batter flavor, I really like it. And that is a whole pint we put down. It's really good. Thanks for this ice cream chat, and I hope to do it again soon.